Hello. Are you concerned about the rising COVID cases in India and the second wave in particular? Are you unsure what exactly the numbers mean, what is happening, why is this happening, and what you need to do? I'm Dr. Aniket Venkatram, and today myself, along with Dr. Venkatram Mysore, will be looking to explain some of these aspects about the COVID second wave, what is happening, why it is happening, more importantly, what can be done in the future. We will also take you through what we are doing at the Venkat Center to keep all our patients safe. So firstly, let us see what is happening in India. We'll be showing some graphics over here which will give you an idea of what exactly we are talking about. Yesterday there were 275,000 new cases in the country. The 7-day average is around 200 to 220,000. In the last 24 hours, the number of deaths were at around 1,700. And the positivity ratio, that is the percentage of tests that come out positive, has risen to around 16%. All of these you can see in these graphics. Now, if you were to look at Karnataka, right now we are having a daily new case count of anywhere between 14 to 17,000. The total number of active cases in the state is at around 140,000. Coming even more specifically to Bangalore, the highest number recorded just yesterday was at around 12,700. This is much higher than the first time around in the first peak, when the highest number that was touched was at around 5,500. If we were to look at the vaccination numbers, around 7.9% of the total population has received around one dose of the vaccine, and around between 1 to 2% of the population has been completely vaccinated and gotten both doses. So this is an overview of what the numbers are and where we are right now. And now Dr. Venkat will talk to us about what exactly these numbers mean and what we need to do.
Hello, Dr. Venkatram. How did we reach this situation? We thought we were doing so well. We were freely doing everything. Everything had been liberalized. All restrictions removed as late as March 31st. Then why this sudden, rapid, monstrous peak in cases? To such an extent that we are gasping for breath. Patients are not getting oxygen. No beds. Drugs are in shortage. Why? We were patting our backs that vaccination is on, Corona is conquered, we are sending vaccine Sanjeevani to everybody, vaccine Maitri. What happened? The results, the reasons are not very difficult to see. Complacency, overconfidence, carelessness, smugness, all these are responsible. In addition, of course, the virus changed. Virus was lurking for an opportunity, waiting for the time to move in. It made its adjustments. Mutations happened, changes happened, and then it stuck. We stopped wearing masks. We started having all kinds of gatherings, weddings, temples, traveling freely, cinema theatres. We started having huge congregations, religious congregations, election gatherings, and we became careless. This was the host factor. Then the virus had mutations and became more transmissible, highly infective. Now the situation is that if one person gets at home, everybody is getting infected. At a very low dose, multiple people are getting affected. Then the vaccine program, while it was very creditable and we cannot be proud that we got vaccines quickly, could have been rolled out more quickly, but citizens developed vaccine hesitancy. Will vaccine cause side effect? What about clot problems? What about other issues? People were hesitant to take vaccine. Sometimes even 50% of the targets could not be met for vaccine. All these are responsible for the situation we are in. There is no point in blaming anybody. There is no point in blaming government did this, government did that, politicians did that, politicians did that. Yes, they have done, they have to be held accountable, but ultimately we are the sufferers. What did we do as citizens? Did we do the right thing? We have to say with sadness that we did not do the right thing. Now that this has happened, how is the virus behaving now? Is it the same as before? Is it different? It is different. One, the type of cases. In the first peak, it used to be said that old people get affected more, it is more serious in old people. Now, young people are getting affected, not surprisingly, partly because old people are protected by vaccine, young people are going out, working, they have to work, they have to earn, and they are getting exposed, and young people felt smug and confident that last time only old people got affected, this time we will not be affected, so they didn't follow precautions, and young people are a little, what shall I say, careless. They feel that they will not be affected so easily, that they have immunity, they are strong, and they did not wear masks. You see, lots of them don't wear masks. Gatherings, that happen. So one is young people are getting affected. Is it more severe? Initially, in the onset of this peak, it was felt that perhaps it was less virulent. Now, well, it may be slightly less, but if you see the number of cases, mortality as well as the severe cases, it doesn't appear to be so. People are getting serious disease. Young people at 30, 35, 40, they are getting severe pneumonitis and complications. So we should not feel overconfident saying that it is a mild disease. No, it doesn't appear to be mild. Even young children are getting affected. So this is the second difference. Then symptoms, there are some new symptoms. Not respiratory, cough, cold, fever. It is diarrhea. Some pain, stomach pain, these are the new symptoms. What about those with vaccine? Vaccine people are also getting infected. Please remember, the vaccine means you have antibodies in your blood which can kill the virus once the virus enters. That means entry is not prevented. Virus can still enter. 2-3 days you can harbor the virus, but virus cannot multiply so much to cause serious disease and death. So vaccine protects you against serious disease. Vaccine protects you against death. The symptoms will be mild, but you can get infected and you can spread infection during that time. That means even after vaccine you have to wear mask. Absolutely. Now in American studies, out of around I think 77 million that were vaccinated, 5,400 cases, patients developed COVID even after getting 2 doses of vaccine. Out of which there were 36 deaths and 334 serious illness necessitating hospital admission. What does it show? The protection is almost 99.995%. So the vaccine is safe, vaccine works, everybody must take vaccine. But vaccination doesn't mean infection, doesn't mean lack of transmission, so you still have to wear mask. Vaccinated people also have to wear mask. This must be remembered. Now the peak is here. There is no point in doing postmortem now. We have to face. There is a acute shortage of beds because of the rapidity with which new cases have happened. ICU beds are in shortage, oxygen beds are shortage, partly because there is a sudden huge spike, partly because hospitals had disbanded their COVID wards and COVID ICUs. It will take time to set up those because there are other patients, non-COVID patients who have got admitted. They were waiting for a year for their treatments. They need treatment, so it takes a little time, and during that time a lot of confusion is happening. Plus, typically like our Indian patients do, self-medication, taking drugs themselves, keeping remdesivir at home, all these things have started, which is wrong. That lead to acute shortage. So now what should we do? First and foremost, for God's sake, for your sake, for our sake, for our country's sake, have COVID safe behavior. Wear mask. Watch distance. Keep distance. Washing hands is still important. Though now there is a study which says that COVID does not spread through surfaces and fomites. But wearing mask, watching distance, absolutely important. That means you must avoid crowded spaces, you must avoid closed spaces, and for prolonged periods. Close contacts, crowded spaces, prolonged periods, these are lethal as far as this is concerned. They lead to super spreader events. So avoid all those things. It doesn't matter if you don't go to a marriage. It doesn't matter if you don't go to a temple for some time. It doesn't matter if you don't go to a cinema theater or a restaurant. But please avoid it, because if it spreads, what will the government do? They'll put lockdown. That will hit everybody, particularly the poor. So we should not do that. Then get vaccinated as early as possible. Now it is made available everywhere. At least it has been announced. Do not have vaccine hesitancy. 13 deaths out of several crores, maybe 35 crores of vaccinated population. That's a negligible rate. We still do not know why it is happening. So do not be vaccine hesitant. Please take it. Do not listen to others. We have heard tragic stories. We have heard case of hospital owners whose hospitals were vaccine centers, but they didn't take vaccine themselves and they succumbed. So please do not do like that. And then have discipline for a long time. It is not going to go away quickly. Maybe this year, get used to the vaccine. Why should I wear vaccine? I feel suffocated. I get itching. I get pimples. These are not arguments not to wear vaccine. This is a disaster of the first rate. We have never seen this kind of. We thought we saw last time. This is even bigger. Where will it lead to? What will happen to our economy? Please don't find excuses not to wear a mask. Now, remember all these things. Only you can save yourself. Do not think it's government's job to save. They will do what they have to do, what they can do. But they are also fatigued and tired, our government officials. So please have discipline to follow all COVID safe precautions. Most important, mask, mask, mask. Thank you. Now, what are we doing at Venkat Center? It is a difficult situation. On the one hand, there is this COVID peak happening. On the other hand, we still have to deliver medical care. So we continue to do that. So wherever possible, we do online consultations. Where it is absolutely essential, we give physical consultation. The same thing applies to other things, other activities, procedures, etc. We do all these things with absolutely strict precautions. We screen patients and eliminate those who are likely to be COVID and get them tested. Anything we do, any procedure we do is only after COVID testing, sometimes 2 tests. And all our staff are vaccinated. Everybody wears N95 mask. For a patient, we insist on mask, nasal, oral gargling with betadine, nasal filters, and full COVID precautions at every stage during the time that the patient spends in the clinic. With all this, the procedures, the consultations are safe. We continue to deliver them. We hope to be able to continue to deliver them. Though the situation is daunting, we must do our jobs to the best of our ability. So once again, I urge all patients, all citizens, please take appropriate precautions, get vaccinated early, wear mask at all times.
All patients have been screened for their history before coming to the clinic. They are asked about symptoms as well as contact with a COVID positive patient. Once they reach the clinic, they are again screened for their temperature and history. It is ensured that the patient is wearing a mask before they come inside the clinic. In the clinic, all efforts are taken to ensure social distancing. Limited number of appointments are given per hour to avoid crowding. Patients are asked not to come with attenders unless absolutely necessary. The clinic is fumigated on a daily basis to ensure sterilization. The staff are also screened for their history and their temperature is taken. It is ensured that they wear masks and gloves. Payments are encouraged through a digital format to avoid the use of paper. Doctor's appointments are given at intervals to avoid crowding. Inside the doctor's room, distance is maintained as much as possible. Time spent inside the room is as required for the condition to avoid too much interaction. The doctor also ensures all precautions including gloves and sanitizers. Some procedures are being started with the safer ones first. All precautions are being taken. The procedure room is being fumigated on a daily basis. As we become more and more comfortable, more and more procedures will be started. In the pharmacy, prescriptions are given digitally to reduce the use of paper. Distancing is maintained. We would like to mention that we have a supply of COVID supplies such as masks and gloves for anyone who wishes to purchase them. All staff use complete precautions during the procedure, including the usage of masks, face shields, gowns and gloves. In addition, for the patient, we have designed a special aerosol box such that only the area that we need to work on protrudes outside the box. This box provides a barrier between the respiration of the doctor and the patient, so that there is as little mixing of air as possible. In addition, we also use a special smoke evacuator which sucks out the air near the patient and filters it through a HEPA filter. This is a COVID hood which is made out of transparent acrylic material, and it forms a barrier cutting off the respiration of the patient from that of the doctor. Because of this, transmission cannot happen either from the patient to the doctor or from the doctor to the patient. At the same time, being transparent, the procedure can be done effectively. There are specialized ports through which the doctor inserts their hands and controls the laser machine, which comes in through a curtain at the bottom of the box. There is also a smoke evacuator machine which removes any fumes that are generated during the procedure. So with this hood in place, laser treatments can be done safely, safe for both the doctor and the patient, and it can also be done effectively without compromising any quality or result. We hope you enjoyed this video. It is our endeavor to try and educate everyone and do our part. If you want to get in touch with us, our information is in the description and will be coming on the screen shortly. Do like this video, share it and subscribe to our channel. If you have suggestions for any other videos you would like to see, leave them in the comments and we will do our best to fulfill them. Thank you. Stay safe and have a good day.